tread carefully. It seems our every step is being watched.
You say that, but I sense no hostility. Whatever's going on here, I don't think they mean us any harm.
Well met, sir. How might I...
If you're curious, why not ask...
There are useful ingredients.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case. It's not worth writing home about.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
think of it.
Some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Fascinating.
No doubt you're dazzled by my charm.
Well met, sir. How much?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
The stairs that follow our every move mark this as no ordinary village.
'Tis eerie, but we must needs press on.
Fine place.
This is quite the rare find.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
Come to think of it,
Some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
Each to their own.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Goodness,
Must finding these be so difficult?
a splendid discovery.
Ha! I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. This has no bearing on our current conversation, but might I say, the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same.
scared the life out of me.
This is the inn.
Of course. Nothing's free in this world.
Shall we get some rest then?
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Arthur, I've lived in this... Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I'm not.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I'm by your side.
This, of course. Nothing's free in this world.
You shan't hear me complain about...
It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
I hope you slept well.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Aught you need of me?
It is a letter most inscrutable, and I fear it will remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Oh, got something for me? If you're curious,
I fear I've not useful to share.
got something for me?
I fear I've not useful.
No doubt you're...
What's all this about? Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Beg pardon? Why would you... A letter? Brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a request. Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care then.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze upon it.
I suppose 'tis so.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I suppose I couldn't. No doubt you're dazzled.
Well met, sir. How much?
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
This is of course. Nothing's free in this world.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow. Good morrow, everyone.
Off we go then.
I hope you slept well.
Well met, sir.
We'd best go elsewhere. There's no business to be had here.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for...
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. Isn't much of an adventure if all we do is make... There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
Travelling beyond the rift, I came upon a cave whose secrets you have yet to discover.
'Tis nearby. Shall I lead the way?
We must be really down on our luck to get caught out in such a downpour.
I count myself fortunate to be washed of the filth of the road.
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that room go to waste.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
We prevailed by the skin of our teeth.
What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Britain gets the word, as they say. I've never seen my own master attempt such a feat.
Truly? Fall back, and I will heal you with my magic. Wait a minute. Well done!
I'll turn you into a pincushion!
I grant you lightning span. You're soaked! Do try not to catch cold. Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly oblige.
Watch your footing, master. Losing your balance on an incline this shot would be perilous.
Lost track of time.
If we're to break it, it shan't be from this side.
True enough. seek out a tower.
Left in the pantry.
Faring well, I hope.
Gather round.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to... Much appreciated. Aye, got some... Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. And even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Browsing was enough to scratch the itch, in my case.
Oh, 'tis you. You're a welcome sight. Forgive my boldness, but I've a small favor to ask. Would you be willing to lend me some gold? I swear you'll be repaid in full. A trinket in yon shop caught my eye. A small, ornate box of exceptional craftsmanship. Alas, 'twould seem I do not have the coin on hand to purchase it. I can certainly procure the gold later, but by then, the box might be gone. If you'd be kind enough to lend me the amount I need, I would repay every last coin.
Well met, son.
Yes? Is there aught I can do for you? Or could it be that you've reconsidered my request? Are you sure? Oh, many thanks. I shall repay you anon, you've my word.
Not you again! I thought I made myself quite clear.
Ah, but I've brought the gold this time. I assume that changes things.
Oh, well, aye. If you've got the gold, then you're welcome to spend it. This is the one you've been eyeing, isn't it? Go on.
My thanks. I finally have what I came for, and worry not, you'll have your coin back in good time, I promise you.
He claimed he would repay you in full, but surely a lad of his age cannot muster such a sum.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Though to the soldier's aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still. Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it... I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be... Be glad to assist you. Do come again.
Welcome. My back's not acting up today.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master story. And should my story entertain you,
We must rest. Though the...
Are we to depart at this hour? I cannot see why we should choose to stumble up.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Much obliged, friend. I hope... Suppose I'd best be off. I've my own home to get to.
Wait for the new equipment to come in.
Wait to see what the day holds. Got to try to enjoy life.
Now, this is a place to forget one's troubles.
If I were you, Master, I'd not leave this unread.
Shall we take a closer look? A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way?
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently. My master from beyond the rift seeks that very item. I can hardly wait to report back on how we managed to obtain it.
Welcome. Gotta be somewhere to make some.
Good evening, sir. I trust... You fared all right on the roads, despite you know where to find.
This inspires naught but misgivings. Fancy a look at my wares?
These foreign bows do so intrigue me. But I... You would simply give this to me? Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different... Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow, not of elf. I suppose I sought inspiration. The timing could not be more... Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery. Every elf undergoes this trial. I've been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er... Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new phase. I grew so vexed with myself, thanks to you. I now have the means to do... It might be just what I need to find my... Many thanks. But this is no place to practice. That's where I train, you see. I do hope you'll join me.
Fancy a look at my wares? Tad rowdy. I suppose I ought to move on.
Best make sure the ox is fed and good.
Fancy a look at my wares? Fancy a look at my wares? Puts me in the mood for a song.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Fancy a look at my wares? Look as long as you please.
Living's hard, but dreams There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble.
I quite like it.
Have no fear, Master.
You are the Arisen, yes? Follow me! Best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part. Pray, be cautious, Your Majesty.
I'm a tad preoccupied just now, if you can't tell.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. 'Twouldn't be good for either of us if someone was summoned to come check on me. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's schemes to light? Aye, Disa is my mother. Pray forgive me for not telling you sooner. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. I simply feared that if I spoke the truth, none would wish to involve themselves with me. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are allied in purpose. My word, you mean to say that you are the true Arisen? That the Sovereign currently residing in the palace is a pretender? Could Mother have had a hand in that as well?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his chambers. Have you seen him?
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught befall the Regent Kin, 'tis us who'll answer to her grace.
Forgive me. My absence seems to have made this rather more difficult for us. You ought leave the palace at once. This room turned up little of interest, but I've a mind to look into this further. I shall send word to Captain Brandt if I discover aught you should know. I'll head out first and speak with the Sentinels. Use that opportunity to make good your escape.
Sven, where have you been?
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
All places were so welcoming as this. All seas on all sides.
It is our duty to see this peace protected.
Well, this simplifies things. Our task is nearly done.
We need only pass our burden into the hands that await it.
There's no great shock to me.
Suppose I'm tired. I barely slept the wind.
Look,
We've arrived, I see. That's a relief.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent's office? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter, and from Batal no less. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that Disa's schemes run deep. To think 'tis a surprise, but a welcome one. Disa is the doting mother before the Regent King. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us by drawing Disa's focus, we may be able to gain more useful information. You have done well, Your Majesty. Though I am limited in the aid I'm able to offer, I bid you, take this.
Seems we were right to suspect the Queen Regent. We ought to keep an eye on her in the days to come.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? What's this? The Palace of Vermund is sending brass to an individual by the name of Dara. And brass is code for imitating someone, you say. 'Tis not unheard of for a member of the court to employ a decoy, a look-alike, to confuse assassins and their ilk. Though in our case, 'Twould seem far more likely that this Darrow fellow is none other than Arthur, the You have done well. I believe we can call this investigation a resounding success.
We've yet to get to the bottom of this. I cannot but feel that there's some grander plot at work here.
Someone is looking this way. Is there aught about me that caught their eye?
What? Huh. Huh.
Shall we get some rest then?
Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Gather round. Much appreciated.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Gather round. Gather round. Treat your... ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale.
We meet again. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spending money. Pray, take this for now. You'll have more when next we meet. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard.
Welcome, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, Many thanks. I appreciate...
As well take a look while you're here, eh?
Dead on my feet. Maybe I'll be right here. Well met, son. How might I be of service? Maybe I'll keep right here.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
All the best tales come from travellers at the inn. I must remember to dust the shelves.
I'm dead on my feet.
Fancy a look at my wares?
A mug of ale is no hurry to eat.
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Places such as this nourish the spirit.
Don't know a town until you've met. Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to it. Tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Is our curious tale stage, where ventured a hero off left off the page. He delved
You! My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
Here, strike with lightning on your side.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then.
Now there's a worthy prize. If only 'twent so far away.
It'll do you no good letting me rot in here, you know. Another agent will be on you afore long.
you stay a while.
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
Gather round, gather round!
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Come back any time.
This looks as good a place as any.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
All this hustle and bustle puts me right at home.
Gather round, gather round! Treat you...
One day, I'm going to have...
Much appreciated. Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close. And your focus apply to this tale of a giant who touches the sky. Our hero, oft forgotten by history in spite of his worth, awoke one fell morning to rumbling earth. In a panic he started, out the front door he leapt, to behold what had approached a knight as he slept. 'Twas a mysterious figure, but be it friend or foe, on shaking legs did he approach, the better to know. Yet he did not get near, for afore him stretched the sea. The figure was striding through waters up to the knee. This realization explained the bizarre. What had appeared close was being seen from afar. For truly, the figure was mammoth in size, tall enough to be blinded by the clouds in the skies. One thing was certain, should it walk upon land, no city, no mountain would outlast its hand. So he challenged its ingress with voice loudly drawn, and in an instant the giant was gone. Aye, in the face of his valour, the gigantus did pale. But who among you can name the hero of our tale? 'Twas none other than Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Birkin, which lives on to this day.
It gladdens the heart to see so many smiles about.
A tad rowdy, but I can't complain.
The rules at your neck.
Now here's a welcome sight. Perhaps a stroll through town. See what I can find.
I'll make a living if I get myself injured.
Cleaning for I'm too tired.
It's quiet about.
My head hurts just thinking about it. What should I do? I don't know what to do.
What's this I smell?
It's been a hot day.
Alms, alms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Wished to always locked
anyhow.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms? Many thanks.
I sleep on my woes, mayhap they'll go away.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
Life's been pretty kind to me.
Wish I
Barely
could.
dragged my arse
I
out.
know.
Book I ought to be getting back to.
What's your business with...
Rejoice, my darling, for your Albert is returned.
Welcome home, dear.
I spend my days spinning yarns, only to come home to a wife for whose radiance I have no words. If there is a more fortunate fool in the city, I have yet to meet him.
Oh, you bold-faced flatterer.
Go on, have a look.
It's been a hard day.
What would you of me?
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
All that fuss and nary a coin to show for it.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Many thanks.
Tight spot. Before bed.
There's got to be something fun to do.
This job better be worth it. It's too bloody...
Oh, well...
Haven't got any of these. This is no waste. Let's see.
I can't stand much more of this. I don't like it here. I want to go
I
home.
keep feeling eyes on my head.
If our prayers are not heeded, what hope have we?
What teachings might salve the people's woes?
To each their own. The world's better.
heavens have forsaken.
What should I do?
My bed calls, and I shan't resist.
What should I do?
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Could use a little fun to brighten the day.
Time to be heading home.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
I'm a tad preoccupied just.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion.
I vow to see this endeavour through to its end.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are— Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, as we suspected. He was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of Your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned Your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for Your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to— For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign was recovering from his battle wounds. But as I hear it, he is now well enough to walk unaided. And so, in honor of his supposed valor, they have been holding masquerade in the palace of late. The false sovereign's identity is still beyond our ken. Even the matter of from where he hails remains a mystery. But mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings could afford you a glimpse into the man behind the mask. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my command. I shall have them ease security. So pray, slip into the venue through whatever opening presents itself. Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don a mask and act the part of an invitee. Few will think to be wary if they believe you a fellow masquerader. Here, this should suffice to help you blend in. Take care, Your Majesty. Ah, there is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, you will require suitable raiment. Much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and 'twould be wisest to dress the part when joining the other revelers.
waiting on that report.
Do you know how long you'll be?
You are the Arisen, yes? The captain gave me your description. Follow me!
I'm tired of breaking my back for someone else.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy you, I will be forced to play my part.
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside.
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring. He might just be his mother's puppet, but at least he knows what's good for him.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unwring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently. What are you doing in here? I don't recognize you.
I'll not stand
Left up to me to solve this.
Am I truly so powerless?
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the Sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Surely none more important than this.
Indeed.
When does my watch end? I'm in fine shape. What am I supposed to do?
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts. We could pick some now and use them when the need arises. A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to good use.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. I know this sigil well. 'Tis the crest of the neighboring country of Batal, a land with which Vermin has no official dealings at present. Let me see. It reads, "True to our word, we offer you the power of the Godsway. Pray make haste in securing Melv, that all might be made ready ere our plans are set in motion." A meager clue, to be certain. Though, 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspires with Batal. Though the political situation is stable at present, much blood has been spilled between Vermund and its neighbor in the past. I fear such a partnership would only portend the drawing of more. At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to only more questions. Chief among them, what is meant by securing Melv and this Godsway? I will investigate these matters as best I can. In the interim, Your Majesty, should you only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, can we begin to thwart it? And ere it slips my mind, pray, take this. Perchance it will help speed you on your way to Melv.
Phasus. Now there's a name to remember.
I always have a warm welcome for a customer.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Wherever you want to.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Telly's, her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
I'd sooner be home.
I'll teach them a lesson they won't soon forget.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
Only fools and urchins boast of their coin.
It's on me to bear what young I've more time than I know how to spend. I pray no closer this. So just need better training.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Oh, of course, goes all right. Good that all my days were so tranquil.
What is life?
Such quietude makes a blessing.
Is there aught you require?
No, my face.
I know you're made of sterner stuff than that.
This is the end. That's not happening. Let it all end.
Soon as my shift's start it all.
Too fine here for my liking. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
Shove off.
Apologies, Master, but you will have to do without us for the time being.
Now seems a fine time to sort through your belongings, Master.
Let's see. What can we do without?
I'm not getting in anyone's way.
Point's no good I've more time than I know how to spend.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet
A
life.
soldier's need personal training.
I'm sure I can handle
Can't help
this.
but talking and whispering
I'll
while
have
I'm
to
here.
remember this place.
Complain or shut up, I'll make the best of it.
I'll have to remember this place. I'd sooner stay out of the badges and dirt. Ship just allows anyone.
Show them your mettle!
Right beside you.
Take that lying down. What the?
Tis a duty. To see this peace.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
I'd sooner stay out of the badges where possible.
I just nodded off for a moment there.
Good to see you, Master.
You need a permit to enter Batar. Mind, rumour has it that it's easier for bats led to some people. Or come to think of it, I've nary a...
Begone from my sight.
Always a fresh breeze blowing around here.
'Twas a fascinating tale those soldiers outside the palace were discussing.
Regarding the Queen Regent and an important personage, you mean?
Aye. Telly's. Her ties to this figure from the neighbouring country have a romantic tint.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage. So, you've come.
Must hold out till someone comes to us.
What?
There's no easy thing. Making
Quiet at last.
up the doors. My back's so stiff after a day's patrol. I shall not stand idly by.
Lost track of time.
So, you've...
have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Or have you proof that you are... Ah. They say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests, and I need not turn my ear to Disa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? I suspected as much. Then we are done here. Leave me be.
But that's not my duty.
This sort of quiet means all is well.
We cannot accompany you there, Master, but fear not. You'll find us here when you return.
Track of time.
Everyone's just tired.
Leave off. Leave off. Quit acting Huh? Thanks, I suppose.
I'll throw that soul like the look of this.
You dare!
The duty not to fool here.
There's nothing. I'd hasten home, were this not my... with such worn-out gear.
Well, I suspected as much. Well, I suspected as much. Then we are done here.
I'll not steal it where it will get cut off.
Master, pray let me know beforehand if we are to meet somewhere different.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.